Hello and welcome to the first 2015 episode of Super Barley Brothers. It is actually episode 27. Just wanted to let you guys know that, as you can see, if you're watching our video podcast, we are down one member. Jerry has decided to take a leave of absence. He's got some school stuff going on, a new kid coming in a couple months. So we wish him well, and hopefully he'll return soon. But in the meantime, you guys can check him out on buzzinggeek.wordpress.com. He does beer reviews, video game reviews. He's actually tackling his backlog pretty well. Just finished Black Ops and wrote a pretty decent review on that. And we wish him well and hope that he enjoys his time off. So with that being said, we are here, John, Ian, myself. John, how are you doing tonight, and what are you drinking, sir?
I'm good, man. Hey, I just realized you don't have your little title bar up. You need to get your
Oh,
title
we
bar
all
up,
don't.
son.
Oh, wait, no, I'm stupid.
No, you're the only fucktard.
All right, well, then talk about what you're drinking tonight,
There
sir.
you go. I am drinking a homebrew. This is my Ride the Cascades. It is an American Pale Ale brewed with nothing but Cascade hops.
And
What's
how
a
does it
Cascade
taste?
hop?
Say again, Ian?
What's a Cascade hop?
It is a style of hop. It's normally used for flavor and aroma, but I actually used it for bittering as well. It's a multi-use type of hop. And it's really, really good. And I will have some for you guys as well.
Okay, I was about to say, motherfucker better be suring.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm not talking
Only
about
problem
sugar.
is I don't think I put enough sugar in the bottling solution, so it's a little undercarbed. Outside of that, though, the flavor is really, really good. And I'm going to make this one a consistent because I'm probably going to start growing hops this year.
Okay, so with it being less carbonated, does that automatically make it a barley wine?
No, ABV is not high enough for barley wine. I think
Okay.
this only comes in at like a 6.5 tops. It's a session.
Okay.
For us,
Gotcha.
it's a session.
Like
For anybody that drinks Bud Light, it is not a session.
Excellent. Well, yeah, for anybody that drinks Bud Light, get the fuck out.
Right? You're not allowed. Anyway, Ian, what about you?
Life's been good. Life's been great. Life doesn't give me the chocolate cake. Tonight I am drinking. Holy shit! Excuse me. I'm drinking Revolver's Mother's Little Frackin'.
What would you call me?
Bam! I went and picked this up from the Lone Star Taps and Caps place. I didn't have my actual growler there, so I went ahead and picked up one of their cans. The cans are only $1, but then again, it's a one-time use type of thing. I didn't expect this thing to be this dark, but I
It's
like
a
my dark
stout.
beer.
What are you expecting?
Oh,
It's not like a porter. It's not
No,
the second
but
runnings.
it's delicious though. I wasn't expect. I had never had it before, so I didn't know what to expect. So I thought it turned out really, really good. I like it.
Excellent.
And Scott, what's up with you, bud?
So 2015's been pretty good with me so far. Tonight,
Well, it
though,
better be. It's only 10 days in.
I know, man. It's doing pretty good. I went in the back of my fridge and found this bottle, and I decided to go and open it tonight, and I'm sorry that I'm not sorry that I did, but I'm sorry that I didn't share this with you guys.
Am I going to
I
have to
opened
walk
up
down the
the
street and break your fucking legs?
Yeah, you might. I opened up the 2008 bottle of Avery the Beast.
That's
Oh,
it.
you
I'm leaving.
motherfucking piece of shit! Yeah, no.
So if you didn't just see what's going on, if you're listening to the audio only, both of them took their headphones off, and they're probably going to kick my ass after this podcast. I thought I'd kick the off right. We're doing a new podcast, new format. I wanted to do something extra special. Yeah, this is
Well, you did.
This is an 8-year-old beer. Yes, I'm sorry. I wanted to do a little something special for the podcast. It is 16% ABV. It is already kicking my ass a little bit. As you could tell, I've only taken about 3 sips since we started recording, and I'm definitely feeling the booze factor. And
Now, see, I had that last night when I was drinking my rumpkin.
well, yeah, I
It
bet.
was a bad idea.
Drank the Rumpkin?
I drank the rumpkin. Well, let me put it this way. A rumpkin, the next one that I find, it's going to need at least a year, if not longer, to sit.
Yeah.
Ian, I'm
He's a
sorry.
little. It's
I,
all
I
right.
will very happily come give you a hug.
We
A
still
fucking
have
hug?
some
I don't
stuff.
want your fucking hug.
Hey, I've got more aged beer going, so it's okay.
No,
I've got
that's
some
man,
120 that's at least a year old.
And he
you
did.
brew beer and bring it to me whenever you can, so I can't,
There's
He,
actually going to be a lot more beer brewing this year, and
Yeah.
for Winter Remus, Dave and I are going to be doing a collab brew.
Who's Dave?
Dave's the guy that we met from Lakewood tour.
Oh, okay,
It's
gotcha.
Matt's friend.
So John actually scored himself a bottle also of 64 ounces, I believe, of cinnamon.
I
So
did. Yes.
yeah,
What? How?
Well, that was down
we
at CNG.
Crafty
Oh,
Growler.
okay. Because me and Jerry went to Lone Star Taps and Calves. We were able to get not the glasses, but we were able to have some. But they stopped doing the to-goes like right in front of us, and they ran out of glasses. Hey, let me finish my story. They stopped, the glasses about. I think it was like 10 people, and the 10 people in front of us, and then 5 people in front of us, they stopped doing to-goes. Last night I was at work, and a buddy of mine texted me and said, hey, I'm stopping at the Londoner. They've got cinnamon. I was like, oh, okay, sweet. Got in there and got one of the last glasses there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's a
That's
beautiful
the way.
glass.
It's a nice glass. I like it. I'm missing the Mole Temptress one. That's
And
so
the
I've got the
raspberry.
mole. I just
Yeah,
need
the
to get
raspberry.
myself I've got the raspberry. I've got
No,
all of
Ian.
them.
Does
Oh.
Ian have the raspberry?
No, I don't even have I didn't know that there was a raspberry. So yeah,
That'll
so
be next month.
Yeah, the raspberry is going to be February 14th.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's beer talk, and just to let you guys know, we're doing a new format. We just want to talk a little bit about. So in my personal opinion, I feel like that when we were starting this podcast, I think we took on a little bit too much, and that's why our podcasts were getting longer than expected, because we were trying to incorporate not only just gaming talk, which is the majority of what we do. That's how we all got to know each other really well, was through our video game history, our knowledge. So it's not a knock on John, because that is his passion, is craft beer and drinking. We just realized that we want to take a little moment. We are still Super Barley Brothers. We do still drink beer. That's why we're drinking beer and telling you guys about it tonight. But the majority of our podcast,
We drink beer to survive the week that we had.
and that is true too. But the majority of our podcast, as you will be able to tell from this one, is it's going to be gaming related. That's what we love. That's our true passion from when we were not able to drink. So that's what we're going to talk about right now. I'm going to go ahead and kick it off. I'm going to talk about what I've been playing, and it's really just one game, and that is Dragon Age Inquisition. I've put in about 12 hours into that game. If I could have had more time with this game before the end of the year last year, this would have been my game of the year. The dialogue is top notch. I love Dragon Age 2, so it actually incorporates the great things about Dragon Age 1 and Dragon Age 2 that people always had butted heads about, which was in Dragon Age 1, there's so much robust dialogue. There's so much stuff to read. There is tactical combat. It's not turn-based, but it's strategic. It's almost tactic-style based. It's top-down. So they love that, being able to customize your party, not focusing on one character. And for those types of people, that's great. Get it, enjoy it, whatever. Dragon Age 2 came out. I picked it up and loved every minute of it. Now, the people that played Dragon Age 1 and religiously loved that game hated Dragon Age 2. Dragon Age 2 took everything in Dragon Age 1 and said, we're going to make you an action RPG. You're going to play as one character. You're going to encounter some friends of yours. You ain't going to be able to control them, but they're going to be AI, and they're going to be able to help you in battles. I did not mind that. The story was good. It was kind of predictable, really simple conversations, so you could kind of tell who you want to side with, who you would not want to side with. And now it brings us to Dragon Age Inquisition, where I got addicted, and this is the problem that Dragon Age Inquisition had, that Dragon Age 1 had, where I look at a map, I see little blinky things, and I want to go see what those blinky things are. And I got stuck in the hinterlands, which is the second town after you first play the game. And all right, I don't even know how to call it, but I chose to be stuck.
Sidetracked.
Okay, there you go. That's the word I'm looking for. I get a quest. Go out, talk to this person. Go out, talk to that person. They give me a quest. Go out, kill these bad guys. do that, come back. Hey, you might want to go talk to this guy. Go out. As you can see, the wheels are turning, but I'm not getting anywhere. I'm doing side quest after side quest after side quest.
So stop.
Finally, and that's what I was told by Ian, and I'm like, Ian, well, you only played 6 hours of it. I'm not going to diss you, and I know that I heard it everywhere, but I'm like, this is just me. Just like you guys did with Watch Dogs. You had to do everything before you did the main missions. I wanted to do everything before I did the main missions. Even though it would make me so overpowered, it wouldn't matter. I still wanted to complete that because, like you guys said when you're talking about Watch Dogs, you ain't going to go back and do those side missions once you beat the game. So I talked to a couple guys that beat Dragon Age Inquisition, and they said, get the fuck out of the hinterlands. Trust me, you will want to go back, but get out of there. And for right reason. The dialogue is incredible. The party system is awesome. I just encountered Iron Bull, which I did not know Freddie Prinze Jr. voiced him. And
He's been doing a lot of work lately.
That's his second BioWare game, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, wasn't he in a Mass Effect?
Yeah, he was in Mass Effect 3.
Yeah. Which I still have yet to play, but that's another topic. Yeah, Iron Bull, when I heard his voice, totally shocked me. I didn't know it was him until I heard it on Giant Bomb's podcast. So I love this game. If you are a strategic, loving RPG action style, the only problem that I have with the game is the inventory system where you have to equip weapons and using the D-pad to scroll through each character. I wish I could just set. This is just personal preference to me. I know that other people like to, like in a traditional JRPG or anything like that, you want to be able to modify the equipment in every single member of your party. I could care less because I'm playing as my character. I don't really give two shits about what they're wearing or what they're leveling in, which is why I set them to auto level. So they could be naked for all I care as long as they survive and protect my ass. Don't give two shits. So
That sounds like how I was doing it.
Yeah, and that's exactly how I was just like, oh, I got to go through here. I got to look at the weapons. I got to compare them. Okay, I'm like, I don't care. Just as long as they can survive and they can heal my ass. Solos, get your ass over here.
I kind of like
They
comparing the
can't
two.
heal you.
Yeah, and I know, like you said, John, you are that traditional style where you like to have control of your entire party, which, like I suggested to you, if it ever goes back on sale, you need to pick up Mass Effect 2.
Yeah, I know.
That is by far my favorite BioWare game right now.
As much as people bitch and complain about 3, that entire trilogy as a whole is really good.
Oh, the Mass Effect series?
If you want to pick and choose which one's better, yes, 2 is better, but everybody knows that Empire Strikes Back is the far superior of the original Star Wars movies. So you're going to always have that middle gun is the best. Prisoner of Azkaban is the best Harry Potter. So
yeah.
So I mean, if you put them as a whole, it is a fantastic story. It doesn't end the way it should have in some people's eyes. I was fine with the ending. I'm derailing. Go on.
No, you're fine. I mean,
Squirrel.
and I'll just end on that. Like I was talking to John earlier this week, and I was just like, look, I seriously think you would love Dragon Age Inquisition. It's got that medieval lore. It's got that history. It's got that, just what you want in a game that's not going to get you done in 10 hours. This game is going to take you in and make you feel like you're there. And I know I'm speaking, whatever, but we're gamers, so whatever. This game has brought me into this environment more than any other game. Maybe Mass Effect 2, but I'd probably put those on par with each other. But Mass Effect 2 I was obsessed with. I played all the DLC for that. And then I just played a little bit of Grand Theft Auto 5 just to, when you got to shoot some shit. And yeah, I know that Ian's going to talk about that. I love it. But let's go ahead and go over to John real quick. Tell us what happened to you, unfortunately.
Yeah, so the company that I bought my key for, Black Flag, apparently decided to recall and revoke my key. Although then they said that, but then they said that Ubi actually recalled it and revoked it. So, and Ubi's like, no, we didn't do anything. So, yeah, it was kind of a cluster.
Did you get your money back?
They just reissued me a new key.
Fucking bastards.
Yeah,
Now, was this
well,
the
the thing was is that I
CD
bought it.
key or whatever?
Yeah. Well, it was a digital download, but yeah.
Okay.
So I had put in what 33 to 35% of the game, and then it revoked on me one night. I came up here to play, and it revoked. I was like, "What the fuck just happened?" And I kind of raged quit up on the page, but then got in contact with the issuing company. They're like, "Well, we really don't know what happened, but can you prove that was your key?" And so yeah, here it is. Here's everything. And they're like, "Well, we can issue a full refund for the cost that you paid for it." And of course, I paid for it at discount, and it was like $11, and now it's $24 for a key. I was like, how about you guys just go ahead and reissue me a new key? So yeah, and they did. They were real nice about it. They said, well, that's fine. We'll go ahead and reissue you a new key. They issued it just like that, and I got it, and I got back into the game, but my save file was lost. So I have to start from the beginning again. Yeah.
God
Even though my save file is literally right there on my hard drive, I can see it. It's corrupt in Ubi's eyes.
And like I told John, even though he was like, well, I wasn't that far in the game, I'm like, dude, you just said you were 30 to 35% total complete. I don't know how much side mission shit that you've done, but that is a shitload lost.
Oh, it was. It was a lot because, well, let me say this. It did give me the advantage of being able to go back and replay the first island in its entirety without having to go back to it, which is one thing that I missed on the first go-around. And when I'm on an island, I want to be able to 100% it before I leave, so I don't have to keep coming back unless it's for some oddball mission that shows up.
And you know what's another good thing is you kind of knew what to expect and you knew how the controls handled. So it's not like that weird fumbling virginity losing situation again. So
exactly. So it seemed to work out pretty well in the long run.
But still, that is a kick directly in the dick. I mean, that's like they didn't skip it and go to the balls. I mean, that's squaw on the shaft kind of kicking.
Yeah. Someone tried to take like a pencil and shove it right up where it's not supposed to go.
Oh!
Yeah.
Are we talking about the urethra, or are we talking about like that painty type area between the balls and the shaft?
No, it's urethra. Someone was trying to sound me.
God. Someone's trying to dock you with graphite.
That's what it felt like too.
So the sad thing is I get us going down these paths, and then all of a sudden I get uncomfortable during it.
Why do you get uncomfortable? I'm just going to take it deeper. No spit takes with the beer. You don't want to lose your mama's little fracker.
Not at all.
So, Ian, talk to us about games that you've been playing, sir.
Well, so I'll run down real quick a couple of games that I've been playing, but they're kind of old games, so I'm not going to go into great detail about them. The first one is I just recently got my hands on a copy of GTA 5. I'm really digging it. I think I really, really pissed off a couple of people last night when I finally started my GTA Online account type of stuff, because my Call of Duty crew is a bunch of guys that do GTA as well, so they've got a crew that I've got initiated into, and they're like, you need to do like the 45-minute tutorial that it causes you to do. Having played so many open-world games recently, there was one where you had to do a last man standing death match, and it was just me against one other guy. So the first thing I did is I found the closest building next to me with a ladder on it, climbed to the top, and I shot him with a 9mm from the roof.
You're an asshole.
He didn't even know where the fuck I was. And then you had to do the race first, and then you had to do that, but I think that was the best one. But the race, I beat everybody by at least about 20 seconds.
Wow.
Nice. Very nice.
I was really, really proud of myself. So other than that, I've been playing Destiny. A buddy of mine helped me out in hooking up with the downloadable content, the dark below. I might do my own little rant type of video on that at some point. I don't want to go too into it because it's still, lackluster storytelling, more grinding. Interesting new stuff, but not a lot there to really talk about. The game that everybody wants me to talk about would be the Halo 5 multiplayer beta. But I'm not going to talk about it because I haven't really spent that much time in it. I mean, it's very interesting. It's got a unique control scheme, but it is one of these things where there's a lot of people that got really good at it really quick, and I didn't, and I've got a huge backlog. So it's kind of one of these things where it's like, this is fun for like maybe one night. I'll play a couple of rounds and be like, okay, that's cool. In fact, the first night, I get really pissed off. Like, I got five matches in, did really good the first two, and then the next three just slaughtered. I'm talking knock down, drag out, beat to hell, slaughtered. I maybe had 2 kills with my 18 deaths, that kind of beating.
Mm.
So I stopped playing that to go back to Battlefield 4, which I hadn't finished. So I finally finished that. But so the game that I have actually been playing lately, it's fairly new, is called D4. I believe the full title is Dark Dreams Don't Die. I may be saying that wrong. I'm not sure. I guess I should have done my research. But I've actually got a
Why would you
Let's
want to
Play.
worry about that?
Yeah, right. I've got a Let's Play of it going up on my YouTube channel, which is Fiend75002. Feel free to check that out. Just kind of break it off a little bit and doing my own stuff on that side. So, but I've got a Let's Play going up on it. It is a game that is done by Swery56, I believe is his name. He's the guy that did Deadly Premonition. If you don't know what Deadly Premonition is, it's a game from the last generation that has a strong cult following. I believe it's a horror survival type game. With deep ties in Twin Peaks type of, fuck with your mind type of shit. And it's, so D4 is basically about this detective that has this gift where he can teleport. It's not very clear what the hell's going on. It's one of these things where if he gets a particular memento or an item, he can teleport himself to particular points that are tied to this memento and relive the events that happen there. Like through what I've played so far, the main thing that I've done, and I think I still need to go back to it and finish it, is I teleported to a plane that is going to get struck by lightning. We already know that it gets struck by lightning, and this particular person vanishes off the plane. So they're sending me back to the plane to try to figure out what happened to where he vanished. So there's all sorts of weird shit that goes on in this game. Like, even building up to that, there's a grown-ass woman that's in my apartment that is a cat. For all better cases. Yeah.
Listen to this, Sean.
I'm listening.
So the first time you actually interact with her, you can hear her at the door, and it's not like it's not a real cat sound. You could tell from a closed door with no windows or anything else, that's a human being behind a door acting like a cat. She barges in, and the first thing you've got to do within QuickTime events or with your Kinect is try to avoid her spitting a dead rat into your mouth.
What the fuck?
Dude.
Are you serious?
I'm dead fucking serious, dude. This shit gets weird.
Okay.
Like, real weird. I mean, it's really neat to see that it is a Kinect game. I think after I play through it once, I might play through it again and do the Kinect stuff. And I might even stream that as well, but I won't archive that because I'm not going to archive it twice. But I can't read, like, dialogue bubbles that come up. I can't read them because the Kinect hears me, and if I say a certain word, it'll continue me or take me to the map or
turn off.
I can't really talk. I can't commentate all that much during this particular game. Yeah. But it's really interesting. Just a few key things that have happened to me in the game that you need to understand is I played baseball on a plane in the air with a mannequin's leg. I had a very, very long, drawn-out conversation with a 7'5" black man that was in a doctor's gown with a surgical mask on, and he had a knife and a fork, and he kept doing this. And I shit you not, this conversation went on for probably 20 minutes, and this guy, now I'm going to slip into my best impression of him. This guy would speak just like this the entire time.
Oh my God.
And that conversation went on way too long. Cynthia and Patters happened to be in the chat room, and they started yelling at me to leave the conversation. And it was like, no, I can't. I have to see if this progresses it somewhere.
Oh God.
Like, yeah, no, it's currently it is the Xbox One's game with gold for free this month. So I figured I'd give it a shot and try it out. It is just as weird as I thought it would be. I plan on going back to it and finishing the playthrough of it and throwing that up on the YouTubes. But yeah, oh man, and it's an episodic thing, so there's eventually should be a part 2, I guess.
Nice.
I don't know, but
Interesting to say the least.
was I the last one to talk about gaming?
Yeah,
As far
was
as
that all you had?
Yeah, I mean, well, okay, and Pokemon. I've been for Christmas. I got the
Omega.
holy shit, the Omega Ruby or Sapphire or whatever the fuck it is. It's fun.
I got the Jasmine one.
Oh, wait, I gotta say this real quick because I beat the game the first night. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Let me explain. I don't know if you guys remember back when I was playing Pokemon Y, like a lot. I was big into the Wonder Trade, which is basically where you take a Pokemon, hold it up in the air, and the internet grabs it and says, "Okay, well, this other person did it at the exact same time, so here's a blind trade." So
What? Seriously?
seriously. So first night, I got some shitty Pokemon, and I was like, man, I really need to get a fire Pokemon because I had water and a plant, and I needed a fire one. So I kept catching shitty Pokemon and doing that trade. The first Wonder Trade that happened, I received a level 100 legendary Pokemon.
No.
And he,
I'm done. I'm
That's
done.
awesome.
I'm so done. I mean, I'm still playing the game. I can't even use that Pokemon yet because I have to have all the badges before that Pokemon will listen to me. But it was kind of one of these things where it's like, I guess somebody had the game and was either restarting or was selling it, so they just kind of dumped everything out into the ether.
Hmm.
Oh, but
Everything goes.
yeah, everything.
Free trade.
Get it out of here. Give me shitty stuff. I'm giving off the good stuff.
that's awesome.
That is actually really wicked to pick up, man.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I
I
can't
hope
do anything with it yet, but
it's sitting
You've
looking
got it, that's all
pretty.
that matters.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna try to do this every couple weeks when we record. I'm gonna think of a topic or something like that, and we're just gonna throw it up, and then us three are gonna discuss it, and then I'm gonna also throw it up on the group page,
How
and
much
you guys are.
throwing up?
And you guys can definitely contribute to it. We'll read your responses on the air.
Maybe.
Maybe
Depends on if we
if
like
you're
it or not.
nice enough. But if you have any topics that you want us to discuss or anything like that, you could definitely email us at podcast@superbarleybros.com. And the topic that I thought we'd discuss tonight is what is our most anticipated game for 2015? I found it pretty much fitting that since we are in a new year, there's a shitload of games coming out. I think we need to discuss what games we're looking forward to. So I'm going to go ahead and read what I got on Facebook right here. Jerry, thank you very much for giving me the link to the comment that you had actually posted on January 2nd, so I appreciate you already asking this question. Jerry goes right off the bat, and he said Batman Arkham Knight. I think I'm probably going to hear that again tonight. Josh Newport, you said, I'm cautiously optimistic about saying this, but No Man's Sky, I think a lot of us are, even though we haven't seen much about it. It just looks incredible in itself.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Adam Dirk said, hard to say whether I'm looking forward to Xenoblade Chronicles X or Bloodborne more. Probably Xenoblade now that I have a Wii U, and I will agree with that. I got to talk to you about Xenoblade. Chris Nelson said,
I like this.
Yeah. I'll talk to you offline if you listen to this podcast. You're like, Scott, what the fuck? I'll let you know. Chris Nelson goes on. He says, Fallout 4 or Half-Life 3. It's happening. Yeah, I'll put some money on that. It's not.
It may not happen this year. I think
Yeah.
you're going to be more apt to hear news about Fallout 4 before you hear any shit about Half-Life 3.
And I will agree to that too. Valve's making enough money off of Steam. They don't need to make it if they don't want to, but they might be. Who knows? I'm going to skip what I said. There's some discussion going back and forth about Wii U games, stuff like that. And then we had Cynthia say, so far the 2015 game I'm looking forward to playing is Final Fantasy 15, the Bro Road Trip. But I'd be totally down for Xeno Chronicles. I didn't know you. I didn't know if Cynthia has a Wii U yet or not. Does she?
No. She has a Wii. That's why she's
Okay.
asking if somebody is going to lend her the Xenoblade.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. So that's our responses that we got from Facebook. So I actually want to pass this off to John first because I'm really curious. I haven't talked to you about this. I kind of have an idea of what Ian's is going to be. But John, what is your? I do have one prediction, but what's your 2015 game that you're
What's your
looking
one
forward to?
prediction first? Let's hear
My
that.
prediction that since I know that you love the shit out of this game, it's going to be Batman Arkham Knight.
That's one of them. That is
Okay.
definitely one of them. GTA 5 for the
Oh,
first-person perspective.
we're already enjoying it on the consoles. It's awesome, man.
I realize that, and you know what? I enjoyed playing it on my PS3.
Yes, you did.
There. No, I
What
just want
else?
to play it back on the PC again because then I can really up the graphics and beat out your PS4.
Oh, the modding community is going to have
Oh,
a
yes,
yes,
they
take
are.
that one.
Yes, they are, and that is what I am very, very, very much looking forward to. It is going to be phenomenal. So you've got those two. What else am I in the mood for? Maybe a little bit of the American Truck Simulator.
Woo!
What the fuck?
I
Liar.
like that.
Liar!
Actually, I did play Euro Truck Simulator, and I've got to say that is completely screwed up. It is so incredibly hard to play.
You know what you should do is actually go to Twitch, look up that game specifically, because I found some guy who's either in Brazil or Mexico, somewhere in the the Southern America, Central America area. He had this whole big fucking layout, dude.
Oh
it
my
was
God, are you
it was
serious?
hypnotic. And his stream was like half of his screen was the gameplay and half of the screen was him. Just fucking watching him do all these switches and shit. And he was playing it in a multiplayer setting, so he would come across another truck, and he'd like honk at him and all his other stupid shit. But yeah, it was very interesting. So I suggest looking that up just for shits and giggles.
No kidding. Yeah, that should be interesting without a doubt. But yeah, those are kind of my big ones. Although I was kind of curious. Patter had posted up the specs, the minimum requirements for Witcher 3, and that looked insane. So I think just to try it out against the minimum system requirements would be worth it alone, just to see how beautiful it is.
Did you guys see the Penny Arcade that was talking about that?
No, I missed that one.
Hold on, I'm trying to bring it up right now so I can read it to you real quick. It's one of these ones where you don't really need to see it. So you've got shit. I'm gonna get these characters wrong. You've got Gabe, and he says, "Why are you crying?" to Tycho, and he says, "The Witcher minimum system requirements are a kick in what were once called the Nards." And the next panel is the system requirements, and it says, "The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt system requirements have been released. Here's what you'll need: minimum system requirements, Skynet." Recommended system requirements, 2 Skynets.
2 Skynets.
So then you go back to the two of them talking, and one of them's like, "Damn, kid, that's rough. You need an HJ or something?" "Nah, I gotta work on my computer." "Rain check?" "You got it."
Nice.
Oh my God, that is fucking hilarious.
Awesome.
Oh man, yeah,
I think I just found my most anticipating game. Go on, I'm sorry, go on.
No. Continue. That's really all that I've got as far as my,
Is that all
my
you
most
want?
anticipated. Yeah.
I
Ian,
thought
what?
I thought you'd say Rainbow Six or The Division or something like that.
No, I haven't really been following those. So
All right.
yeah.
Fair enough. Ian, yeah, let's go on to you, sir. What is your anticipated titles of 2015?
There are so many on this list. But the one
Yeah.
that I want to go ahead and mention, and I'm going to get shit from Scott for this because it's a PlayStation 4 hack and slash game, it's Let It Die. And the only reason why that jumped out to me is because for some reason I've got what little bit of that fucking song Let It Go that I know stuck in my goddamn head. And as soon as I start Let It Die, oh yeah,
Awesome.
just fucking grab it by the throat and make it stop.
This is that free-to-play hack and slash. Gotcha.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it is. I did the name just stood out to
Yeah.
me. So.
There you go.
So the big one that I'm really, really excited for, and it's no surprise to anyone, it's going to be Ratchet and Clank.
Not surprised at all.
I'm joking.
The reboot. The reboot.
It'll be Halo 5 Guardians. I'm really excited about that. I've been playing that beta, and I've found out that I'm not very good at Halo multiplayer all that much anymore, so I'll stick with the Call of Duties that I've been doing, and if there's any more Titanfalls coming, which I hope there are, I'll stick with those. But I just I don't think this new layout for Halo 5's mobility in multiplayer is working for me. It'll probably be perfect in the the campaign. But man, there are so many fucking games here. Like you got Star Wars Battlefront.
Has that been confirmed this year? Or
no, this is under that. So under the what the hell is this? The wiki or whatever?
Unscheduled
Yeah,
releases.
it's unscheduled releases. So I should probably back up and go into the ones that we know are coming out. That way, I'm not doing anything stupid. So hold on,
I don't have a good feeling that that's going to be out this year. I'm really going to predict it's a 2016 release because they didn't show anything last year except for that. We'll have more information next year at E3, and I'm like, what was the purpose of this? Concept art? All right, nice.
I got to take a statement back that I said in the last episode. I was jealous and excited for you guys for getting Grim Fandango remastered.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to try that out for the first time. I've never played it.
It's coming to PC, so
yeah, into this month.
Did not know that, so I'm totally.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I thought it was only going to PlayStation, so super fucking jazzed about that. SpongeBob Hero Pants. I can't fucking wait to get my hands on that one. Let's see. Oh, fuck, I was spending too much time on this shit that was unconfirmed. Oh, DMC Definitive Edition. I know that I've gone on rants on here about re-releases from the old gen to the new gen. But it is one of these things where I strongly agree if it is a game that you really enjoy and you want to back the next possible one, then do it. Like, I'm not buying Sleeping Dogs again because I've already got it on the 360. I see no reason to buy it again. It didn't hit me enough to where I want to fund the next one. I have no beef with the game or anything along those lines, but with the particular situation that Capcom is in, I want to make sure that they get my money to be able to fund the next DMC or the next Devil May Cry or however that plays out. So I mean, I'm really jazzed about getting to play that on the one, and it's going to have the upgraded graphics and the frame rate and all that good jazz. Let's see, was there anything else? Anything else? No, I think, and I'm not sure. I'm going to have to take a look at this one real quick. I think Bravely Default, the second, is coming out, and I need to finish the first one, but that's another one that I'm really, really excited about too, because that's a fun game. It's like the old school Final Fantasy, so I really dig that. Well, yeah, Halo 5 is the big one I'm keeping an eye out for.
Definitely. Well, then I'll go ahead and get my obvious one out of the way since Ian gave his, and that is going to be, of course, Uncharted 4. I mean, I'll be a day one on that. I love the series. I really am anxious to see how the brother ties into this whole thing, and it looks interesting. And also the other obvious ones for me is Zelda and Star Fox on the Wii U. I will be day one on that as well, just because that's nostalgia right here. I used to have an interest and really wanted to put this on my list, but I mean, I'll just give it an honorable mention, is the Order 1886. It looks gorgeous. I just don't think I'm going to enjoy it, so I'm not going to be a day one on that. It's just, it screams. Huh? I like the atmosphere. I like the idea, but it looks like a knockoff Gears of War, and I've played plenty of those. I don't need another one. The one, though, that I will be day one, and I know, Ian, you keep telling me, are you sure? Are you sure? Is Bloodborne. I will be buying that day one, absolutely. I've considered Dark Souls 2. Actually, I was almost going to buy during the winter sale on Steam, but then I realized that they're going to release this Scholar or whatever, the complete edition for this one, on console and also on PC, so I might just wait and pick it up on PC since it'll probably be cheaper. And then my two backed
Hold,
games.
hold up,
Oh,
hold
go
up.
ahead.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
go
gotta,
ahead.
I gotta just say this. If you buy Bloodborne and/or Dark Souls, I demand
This
that
isn't
you
even
stream
an
it.
ask.
Oh, so I know, and everybody can call me out on it. I haven't streamed. I haven't streamed in probably 3-4 months, give or take, or something like that. I just don't feel like I would be showing anything worthwhile. I don't have a webcam like Ian does, so I can't provide entertainment. I don't like talking in a headset on a chat screen. I would like, if you're gonna watch me talk, I want you to watch me talk. I'm not a. It's not a podcast. I'm streaming, so I would want you to see my reactions to. I might get a PS4 camera later on. To me, if I'm gonna
Kind
stream
of like
something, I
Ian when
want
he
it.
screams.
I like Ian when he streams, but
No,
if I'm
screams.
oh no, all right, whatever.
You guys should see the latest
It
video.
is good. It is good.
I
Yeah,
had
it's
that one
good.
with a legit scream. I mean that
Yeah,
I got scared real bad.
yeah. I mean, I thought about streaming Dragon Age, but I'm just like everybody else is doing it. Ian and I have talked about this before. In our personal opinions, when we want to stream, we want to stream something that not a lot of people are streaming because it provides that unique factor that, wow, this guy's streaming something that is not really popular right now, or it's not the hit title right now. Everybody's streaming two games: Dragon Age, GTA, or COD. I mean, or sorry, that was three games, not
Charge
two,
on
but
delivery.
still, it's the it's what's hot right now. So yeah, I will stream games. Not no, this isn't a knock. But I will stream games you can't play anywhere else. I
That's
will
it. What
stream
old school
Uncharted
can I
4.
start streaming?
I want you to stream those two particular games.
Yeah,
Either which one
absolutely.
that you buy because and you must have a headset on
I will.
because I want to
I like the
hear the
qualifiers there.
reaction about when you start getting like fucking fed up with it. I want to be able to hear it in your voice because I know it's going to happen. I mean, there's been plenty of times when I was playing Alien Isolation that I've actually like gotten to the point where it's like I've looked at the camera, I've looked at the controller, I've looked back up at the screen, and you can hear me just kind of go. Ugh. And it's like, okay, the next save point, we're fucking done. We're over. This is it.
So I'm gonna probably post this on the group page and just see if I get any kind of reaction. But the only game right now that I've been playing, and this goes back on the what we're playing, but this is on topic. The only game that I've thought of about streaming that I was just like, you know what? I wonder if people would get a kick out of this if I had my headset on, because you don't need a webcam for this. Is I can't believe I'm going to say this, but the pool game that I'm playing against a buddy of mine. Because when you play pool and you see him make a shit shot, I know, whatever, but the games only last about 5 minutes, and I yell. I
That's
get
still
pissed.
5 minutes worth of streaming that you should.
When my buddy hits a shot, Brian. So John, you know who I'm talking about. When he hits a shot that I know, hell, in no way he would have made that in real life, and because of video game physics, it goes in. I'm just like, that's bullshit. That's I get pissed.
You should stream that
know.
because a lot of people would find because the rage.
Yeah.
The rage is what entertains. It's either the fear or the rage. That's what entertains people. So you might as well stream that.
I might do that so he
can.
can, because he can't hear me trash talk. So I might do that. That's a good idea. I'm glad that we had this discussion about this. But anyways, to end on this, the last two games that I backed when they were on Kickstarter that they do say that they're supposed to come out sometime this year, which my fingers are crossed, is Mighty Number 9 and Amplitude. I will, of course, be getting those through my Kickstarter, and I will stream at least Amplitude. I'm still trying to figure out a way to hook up a Wii U streaming device of some sort because other than Dragon Age Inquisition, I've been playing a lot of Wii U with my son. Zelda Hyrule Warriors, Smash Brothers, and Mario Kart. And yeah, that's a blast. But anyways, there's a shitload of games, plain and simple. I mean, everybody says 2015 is the year of games, and they are right. I mean, other game mentions that I'll definitely be looking at is Mortal Kombat 10. Of course, I won't pick him up. Final Fantasy Type 0. I'm interested to see what that's all about. I didn't know anything about it. Of course, like John said, Batman Arkham Knight, I will eventually pick that up, but I know that he's more into it than
It
and
probably
Jerry
won't
is
be a
as
day
well.
oneer because I'm such a cheap ass, but yes,
Hey,
it'll still
if
be
you
one
find
to
a
pick
deal on
up.
PC, you might be a day one, or you never know.
Unless I don't lose my key again.
Sure. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm sorry, Final Fantasy VII, the PC version.
For the PlayStation 4, by the way. It's what
Yeah.
you say.
Please be excited.
Yes. We want you to be excited about this.
17 years since Final Fantasy VII has come out, and it's coming again, but not a reboot,
it's
not a remaster.
it's coming
Oh, it's a
again.
remastered,
So
but it's
put your money all over my face. Put your money all over my face. Make the money come again on my face. Yes.
I do want to know more about No Man's Sky before I make my final bid on that. We've been seeing gorgeous videos of it, but they haven't gone into detail about what it is. Is it like a Minecraft? Is it just a exploration type game?
Everything.
Or is there a lot more? Because we've seen dogfights and we've seen all this other shit, but yet they're not telling us what it encompasses. So I'm hoping that they bring a lot more to E3 this year when that happens in June.
But see, this is one of those games that's like exploratory. So I think what
Right.
they're really going for is that they're not going to tell you how it begins. Because from what
Sure.
I've gathered of the game is you start on a planet and you have to kind of build the ship to get
Mhm.
off the planet. So I think it kind of goes into that same aspect as like DayZ or The Forest, things like that, where you're kind of just dropped into it and they're like, okay. You figure it
Here you
out.
go.
You know what the capabilities are, but you got to get there. You got to do it
Yeah.
yourself. So I kind of don't want them to say a whole bunch because I'd love for this to come
Sure.
to the Xbox so that I could play it. But yeah, it's
Well, they haven't confirmed it's only a PlayStation exclusive. They
what-
just
well, no. They've said that it will first appear on PlayStation consoles and
Right.
PC. So I
You'll
mean,
get
there's a very good possibility that it could come out on the Xbox, but I'm not counting my chickens until they are eggs.
sure. Trying to think if there's anything else. I'm not seeing much. Just Cause 3, but we don't really know if that's coming out this year. Oh, I do want to see more of Axiom Verge. I'm interested in that. Since I've gotten about 4 hours into Super Metroid, and kind of taking a break from it.
What?
I've been playing Super Metroid on the Wii U Virtual Console.
And you're taking a break from
I
it?
know. Hey, game.
This is the greatest. Hold on. The greatest game ever. You cannot take a break from that game. There's no breaking from Super Metroid. Go back,
Well,
apologize to the game, and then finish it.
Give it a hug and kiss.
Well,
Let it
since
know
we're
you love
gonna
it.
Well, since we're going to be ending this podcast a lot earlier than normal, I will do that right after we're done.
Aww.
I call bullshit, but whatever.
Oh, whatever.
In
Anyway,
other words, let's go ahead and wrap it up then.
exactly. So that is our 2015, games that we're looking forward to. We'll have another topic in a couple weeks. In the meantime, like I said at the beginning or halfway through, if you guys have a topic that you'd like us to discuss, if you don't know a little bit more about us, what our top 5, or if you want to know what we prefer as far as our gaming history, we've already given you that episode and you can go listen to it, but our gaming knowledge is all the way back from the Atari. So if you're ever curious about what our interests are, email us, podcast at superbarleybros.com. And John, how can people find you?
By looking for me.
Awesome. Where? Where can they find you on Twitter or
You
whatever?
can find me on Twitter at Phoenix42, PH03, NIX42. That's across most platforms. You can find me Facebook, Twitch same. You can Gmail me if you want to Gmail me. I don't really care how you decide to get a hold of me. If you want to follow me on Untap, that's my same for Untap too. So, there you
Ian,
go.
give us your promotion on where they can find all of your Let's Plays and when you stream and where they can find you.
So here's the fantastic thing: is everything is underneath the same name. So I'm going to go ahead and just run down everything that I'm on. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Twitch. I'm on YouTube. There's a complete channel just for me. I am on Untapped. I am on the Vine or Vine, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm on the Instagram.
You're on the Vine?
I'm on the Vine.
Interesting.
Yes. So I'm on, the Vine, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, Untapped. Everything is under, and YouTube, is under Fiend75002. So hit me up in any way, shape, or form. If you know my name and you want to follow me on any other way. I think in Google Plus, it's actually now, I've had to change my name to first name Fiend, last name 75002. So you could find me that way there. That was the only way I changed my YouTube channel's name.
Yeah.
Is by doing that. So
they won't allow for a company name.
Yeah, exactly. Unless you like pay for it. So
yeah, it's pretty stupid.
Google superior how?
Right. Just
Dude, don't even get me into that.
Just look up Fiend75002 on your favorite social media, and I am there, most likely. Possibly. I'm not on Pinterest, though. I don't, so.
You should be on Pinterest. I'm on Pinterest because they've got a whole lot of homebrew stuff.
Very cool. Well, you guys can find me at FlipFL1, the number 1, P42, on Twitter, on Twitch. I will start streaming hopefully a little bit more. Like I said, I'm in the market to hopefully get something for the Wii U because I do want to stream stuff like we just talked about that is not what everybody else is streaming right now. So you could also find our group, Super Barley Bros, on Facebook. Just look us up in that search button up at the top. We usually just have discussions. We just post stuff that we find on the internet, pretty much game-related, beer-related. John, I know you post every week what's going on in the Dallas area for our local listeners.
We post boobs, too.
Yes, we do post boobs. Boobs are good.
Boobs are very good.
Boobs are great.
You know, what I wanted to get out of this podcast in the new year is we're not going to review stuff. We're just going to give our personal opinion on stuff. We're not a review site. We don't need to consider ourselves to where we need to give a score for everything. We're just going to talk about what we like. That's what the group page is all about. That's what it's been like since the beginning. That's what our podcast is going to be about.
But it's a tan. A fucking tan.
It has to be. So, we want feedback. We want conversations. That's all we are. That's what we do when we drink. That's what we do when we get together. So we want you guys to be a part of our group, a part of our conversation, and part of our roundtable when we drink. So virtually or physically whenever we do beer meetups. On that note, appreciate it. Welcome to 2015, and look for an episode in a couple weeks.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.